Let's talk about changing a mindset. And this is going to be a long video. I may split this up into a few videos because there's a lot to cover here. But I'm going to give you about 15 or 16 steps for changing a mindset, changing the way that you think so that you can recognize your situation and pull yourself out of it and develop new and better habits. So, we're going to break these up into 3 distinct phases. The first phase is what's called the introspective phase. It's when you're looking within, and this is the part that people don't want to do. They want to go straight to the next phase, the action phase. Really, they want to go straight to the third phase, which is called the snowball phase. It's when everything just picks up momentum and just keeps going and rolling and snowballing. But you can't get there without going through the first two. So, in this video, we're going to talk about the first phase. And the first phase is, as I said before, the introspective phase. And there are 5 steps in the introspective phase that we need to cover. So, sit down, relax, grab a drink and a snack because this is going to be a long video. All of these are going to be pretty long. So, now that you're comfortable, pause this if you need to. Go get get yourself comfortable. I'll wait. Okay, ready? Cool. So, we all have our areas in our life that we know need to change. We've got these situations in our lives that we just don't like, but we stay in them anyway. We're programmed to stay in them anyway through societal conditioning, through our situation, through finances, medical shit, a whole bunch of stuff. That's normal. That's normal. It's completely normal. Okay? So, here's how to break that mindset. Here's how to reprogram your brain to come through that mindset and focus on something else, to shift tracks, as you will. So, here we go. Step 1 is recognizing the desire for change. And this is a pretty easy step. Everybody can look at a situation and say, I wish this was different. I wish I didn't have to be in this situation. I wish I didn't have to be poor. I wish I could be in better physical health. That's step 1, is simply recognizing it. And it's extremely important because, sorry to say, a lot of people don't. Or they might casually recognize it. They might see it, but they don't process that, hey, I want this to change. That's the first step. The second step is recognizing the need for change. And those are 2 different things. Recognizing the desire and then recognizing it as a need. Those are 2 different things. Recognizing it as a desire is just, I wish this could be better, but I accept that it can't. The recognition of the need is, okay, I need to change something. You hear that? You hear the difference there? I see that I wish that something could be different, but I can't change this. Versus, I see that something can be different and I need to change it. There's a difference there. There's a huge difference there. It's I can't versus I can or I need to. We're not quite at the I need to, the I can yet. We'll get there. But we're at the I need to versus I can't. So, recognizing the need for change is what pushes us to go into the third step, which is is recognizing the current situation and mindset of the situation. Asking yourself, okay, how did I get here in the first place? What have I done? What have my choices been to get where I am today? Why are my finances so shitty? Why is my health slipping? Why am I still stuck with a deadbeat girlfriend or deadbeat boyfriend? Why am I stuck in this abusive relationship? That is recognition of the current mindset. Now, this is the spot where most people slip. This is the spot where they slip back into that loop because they cannot recognize that it is their choices that have put them in that situation. Once you can recognize that, then you can break the cycle. Because until that, it's just a cycle of the first two. I wish I need, I wish I need, I wish I need, I wish I need. Over and over and over again. I wish this could be different. I need to make this different. I wish I could make this different. I need to make this different. I wish I could make this different. The key to breaking that loop is, okay, how do I get there in the first place? I wish it could be different. I need it to be different. I wish it could be different. I need it to be different. I wish it could be different. I need it to be different. How do I get to different? That's how you break the loop. How did I get here? Asking yourself that and being completely honest with yourself. How did I get to this point? How did I get from point A to point B to point C? And once you can figure that out, that goes to the next step, which is recognizing the choices that are necessary for change. How do I change this? How do I do this better? How do I go? How did I get from point A to point B to point C? Okay, I see how I got to point C. How do I get to point D? How do I get to that next step and get the ball rolling on this change? This is another area where people get stuck. Those two, the second step and the third and the fourth, the third step and the fourth step are the two hardest to break through to, because you have to be 100% honest with yourself and recognize how you got there in the first place and that it was your choices that put you there in the first place. And then comes the biggest step of all. And this is the absolute breaker. All the first four steps, they're hard. All of these steps are hard. But here's where the 99% come in, is recognizing the fear of change. Recognizing the fear. Because no matter how much they hate their situation, no matter how much we hate our situation, that's where we're comfortable. We know this situation. If you're in poverty, you know that the bills are due on such and such a day. And although you hate it because you know you're not going to have any money for the rest of the month, it's something that's reliable. You know it. You understand that this is the pattern. If you say, okay, how do I change this? Oh, I need to invest my money into something and make it grow. Okay, but I don't know anything about that. What's the risk? There's got to be risk. I mean, I could lose all my money. I could go bankrupt. Do you see that? Your brain starts pulling up all the things that can go wrong. And so it says, well, I don't want to do that because I can't afford that right now. Or I just don't want to risk failure. So I'm going to stay here where it's comfortable. I hate it, but at least it's comfortable. It's convenient for me because I don't have to step out into new places and do new things that might be dangerous. That's the comfort zone. And that's where 99% of us get stuck daily. All 5 of these steps have traps. And we all get stuck in this loop on each one of them until we can break out of it and move on to the next step. So, what does it look like? It looks like this. I wish, I need. I wish, I need. I wish, I need. Okay, I know that I need. I need, how did I get here? I need, how did I get here? I need, how did I get here? Okay, I know how I got here. How do I change this? How did I get here? How did I change this? How do I get here? How do I change this? Okay, I know how I can change this, but how do I change this? But it's dangerous. So how do I change this? I know how to change this, but it's dangerous. How do I change that? I know how to change it, but it's dangerous. It's risky. How do I change it? That's what it looks like. It's a series of loops. And it's a progression. Those are the first 5 steps. And once you can get down to recognizing that, okay, I'm afraid of the change. That's the end of the introspective phase. And from there, you move on to the action phase. This is when you start progressing and pushing yourself to develop better habits. And it's slow. It's so slow. It's incredibly slow. But when you look back and you see it, and you see the changes that you've already made, and you're like, oh, okay, all right, I can do this. So, as a quick recap before I go, I'm going to run over those one more time. The first step is recognizing the need for change. I wish this could be better. I wish, I wish, I wish, I want. That's recognizing the need for change, or recognizing the desire for change. I'm sorry. Second step is recognizing the need for change. I need this to change. I need this to be better. Which leads to the third phase, recognition of the current mindset. How did I get here? What did I do? What choices did I make to put me where I'm at now? Which leads to 4, recognizing the necessary choices to change. Okay, this is the choice, these are the choices that I made to get here. What are the choices that I need to make to change this, to get out of this situation? And number 5 is recognizing the fear of change. I know how to change this, but I'm afraid that I will fail. Those are the 5 steps of the introspective phase, and they are extremely important, because without them, you cannot move on to the next phase, which is the action phase, the point where you're doing something about it. So this video is already running pretty long, so I'm going to cut it off here and pick it up in the next video. So you guys have a good day.